Good morning to one and all. In today's lecture, we will be discussing about the PSK, that is your phase shift keying. So if we talk about the definition of PSK, it is the carrier phase that is varying according to the amplitude of your message signal. So this is known as your PSK, where the carrier phase is varying according to the amplitude of your message signal. Now, if we talk about the waveform of PSK, now if I take the message signal that is 1010, suppose this is the data. Now here we are consider a polar waveform, that is NRZ waveform, polar waveform, that is NRZ. NRZ means non-return to zero. Now this is your message signal, that is empty. Here your 1 represents the positive amplitude and 0 represents your negative amplitude. So our data is 1010. 1010. Now next we will be considering the carrier signal, that is the high frequency signal. So this is a high frequency signal. That is represented by CT, that is equals to cos omega CT. Now if we talk about the 5 PSK, in 5 PSK, for 1 to 0 there will be a phase reversal. For 1 to 0 there will be phase reversal. 1 represents your angle, that is 0 degree, and 0 represents your angle, that is 180 degree. Now here this is 1, here it is 1, and here it is 0. So for 1, phase will be like this. So there will be a phase reversal. For 0, again there will be a phase reversal because it is going from 0 to 1. Then again there is a phase reversal. So here we can see that the carrier signal is changing with respect to your message signal. Now if we talk about the bandwidth of PSK, in bandwidth of PSK we have a message signal that is empty. Here if we talk about the bandwidth, suppose this is your bandwidth, that is denoted by FM. So this is known as your cutoff frequency. This is your cutoff frequency. Here the bandwidth empty, that is much for your lower frequency. If we consider a carrier signal, suppose here we have a carrier signal that is denoted by FC. So the carrier signal, that is your high frequency sinusoidal signal having the impulse bandwidth. So here we have considered your carrier frequency, that is FC. Now if we see, by having the center frequency FC, we will be modulating this signal, our message signal empty. So its response will look like this. Here it is denoted by FC. Now here we can see one thing, that your bandwidth, that is proportional to your small r, that is your baud rate. So the bandwidth of PSK is equals to 1 plus D into R, where your D belongs to 0 to 1. So for ideal condition it belongs to the ideal case, and for 1 it represents your worst modulation. Now if we talk about the multiple PSK, for BPSK, first if we will talk about binary PSK, BPSK, if your L is equals to 2, that means कि how many phases are represented. So we will compare it with 2 to the power n. So here your n is equals to 1. So the phase angle will be 0 to 0 degree and 180 degree. We will be doing 360 by 2. So it will be 0 degree and 180 degree. Similarly, if we talk about other cases, if we take L is equals to 4 and compare it with 2 to the power n, so your n is equals to 2. So your phi angle will be 0, 90, 180 and 270 degree. If we talk about L is equals to 8, compare it with 2 to the power n, so your n is equals to 3. So your phase angle phi is equals to 0, 45, 90, 135, 180, 225, 270 and 315. So this will be your phase angle. So basically your L is used to denote how many phases are represented. So the bandwidth, we know bandwidth will be equals to your 1 plus d into small r, where small r represents your baud rate. Now coming on to the modulation of PSK. We have a message signal that is empty. Here your 1 represents the positive signal and 0 represents your negative signal. Now according to polar NRZ, if your message signal empty, it is multiplied with your cos omega ct, that is a carrier signal or your high frequency component sinusoidal. So here we will get the output that is 5 PSK. So your 5 PSK will be equals to plus minus mt into cos omega ct. Now here the plus sign represents for 1 positive and 0 represents your negative sign represents your 0. So the receiver will know whether the 1 is coming or whether 0 is coming at the receiver end. Now for multiple PSK, your 5 PSK is equals to mt into cos omega ct plus your angle, that is 5. So here your message signal that is multiplied with your phase shift of the carrier signal. So that will be your multiple PSK. Now if we talk about the demodulation of PSK, in the demodulation, here we have 5 PSK. It is multiplied with your carrier signal that is cos omega ct and we get the output that is yt. So first we will calculate the output of yt. So your yt is equals to 5 PSK into cos omega ct. Now we know that 5 PSK is plus minus mt into cos omega ct. So in place of 5 PSK we can put plus minus mt into cos omega ct. So it will be plus minus mt into cos omega ct into cos omega ct. Now we, after further simplification, we will get plus minus mt into cos square omega ct. Here it will be plus minus mt will be taken out. In place of cos square omega ct, we can put the trigonometric identity. So it will be 1 plus cos 2 omega ct upon 2. Now after further simplification, it will be plus minus mt by 2 plus minus mt by 2 cos 2 omega ct. Now here we are getting the carrier frequency that is twice the carrier frequency. So your high frequency component will get neglected through your low pass filter. So here we have applied a LPF, that is your low pass filter. After LPF, here we will be having a comparator. Here we have a comparator which will compare and will provide a message signal that is your mt. Now at yt we got value that is plus minus mt. The output after passing through LPF we get the output that is plus minus mt. This plus minus mt will get compared by a comparator. Here the comparator is basically used to compare the plus sign that represents we have the digital data 1 and the negative sign represents we have the digital data 0, and we will get a original message signal. So our recovered message signal will be received to us. Now coming on to the advantages of your PSK, it is better than your ASK and FSK technique. The bandwidth is better than your FSK. Noise immunity, that means your data rate is better than your FSK, that is phase shift keying. If we talk about the drawbacks, there is no coherent detection in PSK. You will be seeing in previously in ASK and FSK we have seen two techniques, that is synchronous and non-synchronous, that is the coherent and non-coherent technique. But here in PSK we don't have non-coherent technique. So this is the drawback of your PSK, and it is much costlier than your ASK and PSK. Now if we talk about the application, it is basically used in digital communication system. It was used in earliest telephone modems with the data rates of 2400 and 4800 bits per second. So this was all about your PSK. In the next lecture, we will be discussing about DPSK, that is differential phase shift keying. Thank you.